right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Alex. Alex said, howdy, friends. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Gentle reminder to make sure your chat is in live mode. Yes, that is a really good reminder. Yeah, definitely make sure to switch that over, which actually, I hadn't even switched mine over, which is crazy because usually I'm really good about remembering that. But thank you for the reminder, Alex. Hello, Margot. Margot said, hello, heading out from work, but should be back on quick since I'm cat sitting nearby. Ooh, very nice. Very cool. Also, Margot, when you get back, I have a question for you because I'm beta reading, tonight and we're beta reading the same thing. I want to ask Margot where she's at. Bree. Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Hi, Becca. Happy to have you here. Welcome in. Oh no, Ian said, can't believe I made it. We had a power outage. It just came back on. Listen, sometimes the universe provides, right? You were clearly meant to be productive tonight. Hi, Bunny. Ah, Star Bunny. That's what I figured. I was like, I recognize that profile pic. I'll just call you Bunny if that's okay. It'll just be easier for me to keep straight. But hello, Bunny. Welcome in. All right. If you were not here for the stream last Thursday, which was my first one back in a while, I did get fresh trivia cards. So on our breaks, we might be able to pull out some. Oh, damn, Margot. Okay, good, buddy. Perfect. Damn. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to that. I mean, I'm getting up there, but I'm hoping by end of night tonight to have read up through 27. So I'm like a ways behind you. I'm a ways behind you, but I'll get there. Yeah, you're pretty committed, Ian. You're pretty dedicated. You're pretty on it. You've been here. You're pretty diehard, which I very much appreciate. But I will say, Margot, how good is it? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but like, holy smokes. It's really good. It has me hooked. So, yeah, I'm going to probably be beta reading the entire stream tonight, to be honest. Which I missed my book, but like, I'm pretty content living in this one for a bit. So, anyways, all right. How do you guys feel about spinning the wheel pretty promptly and getting right into a sprint? Because then maybe we can chat a little bit more on our first break. Do we feel okay with that? Ugh, damn, you're gonna smoke me in this beta read, Margot. That's okay. I was trying to catch up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna catch up to where Margot's at, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. But yeah, don't give me any spoilers, Margot, in the like Discord or anything, because I'm way behind you, but I'm definitely loving it. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that like I got to read it. But that's cool. We'll be like buddy reading. All right, let's get back into, or let's get over to the wheel. Okay, get her done. Sounds good to me. Perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. So y'all know the drill. I think, pull this up. Okay, y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about, the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and I'll fit you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Oh, Bree, that's awesome. Is that over on Twitch that you hit that? I assume because you're saying the emotes and everything. Sorry, I have like one piece of hair in my bangs. I don't know if anybody else has bangs and struggles with this, but I think I have like one piece of hair that I didn't quite cut when I trimmed my bangs. And it's just like constantly getting in my eye. I think I found it, but that's so exciting. Congrats, Bree. That's huge. That's very cool. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take the wheel for a spin. Here we go. Okay. Maybe not the best amount of time to start with, but you know, we'll make the most of it, right? Like I should definitely get a good chunk of my beta read done, so that's good. Yeah, nobody quite guessed an hour. Alex was really close though, I will say. Yeah, we're starting off very strong. I mean, and technically this is an increment that's on the Wheel of Doom, so Bree's like technically not totally wrong, but yeah, we're gonna hit the ground running, everyone. Sorry about that. All right, let me take us back over to the main screen. All right, let me pop this in here. I haven't gotten a 1 hour on there in a minute either. Okay. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Hey, I'm glad you're happy. I mean, and the good news is now after this sprint, we can have like 7 minutes. You guys know my rule. I typically, for like 35 and up, I give us a 7-minute break in between. And so we should be able to do a couple trivia questions and kind of gab a bit before our second sprint too, which will be nice. So, all right. Margot said, happy sprinting, heading out. We'll see you guys on the other side. Sounds good. See you in a bit, Margot. Okay, well, on that note, I do have an hour queued up on the clock. So I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you in an hour. Here we go. not gonna lie, I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I actually loved starting out with a long sprint for tonight's stream. I made pretty good progress. I am a good chunk of the way into, I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm a good chunk of the way into 25. And I wanted to get through 27 tonight. So that's pretty good. I'm trying to find where I was. Yeah, I think I was about here. I'll stay here. I'm somewhere around there. But I'm making pretty good progress, and I don't think I would have necessarily gotten that far with shorter sprints right off the bat. Let me put on a 7-minute timer for us to keep us on track here. And let me give us a little treasure chest, because we definitely earned it with that one. That one was a ringer. All right. Margot said, got back, had a snack, and finished reading 35. Nice. You're killing it, Margot. That's pretty sweet. I have like parceled out the chapters between now and the deadline just to kind of gauge how many I need to read each day to meet it. So I think I'm good. Once I get through 27, I'll probably stop and work on my book a little bit. But it's still going to be, another sprint, maybe two, before. It still could take me the rest of the stream to get through to where I want to get through. We'll see. Jen said, I needed an hour preparing for a medical procedure and just listening to an audiobook today. Oh, that's cool that you're listening to an audiobook. And that's nice that you're kind of taking some time to prepare. We'll definitely be thinking of you, Jen. Bumblebear said, I only wrote about 240 words, but did some research, which was good. I'm starting a new job tomorrow. I'm pretty nervous, so I'm struggling to focus. Oh, that's so exciting, Bumblebear. It's going to be great. You're going to do fine. You know, you're going to do great. Like, I think first day jitters, everybody gets them. And I know I was like super nervous at the last like corporate-y job I had. And I very quickly learned that like everybody there was so nice. I think like, I don't know. You're going to be fine. Don't overthink it. And yes, congrats on the new job. That's huge. Of course, Bumblebear. Bunny said, I'm working on a side project, a serial with mages. Yeah, a serial with mages, sky pirates, and soulmates. A good break from my contemporary. Oh, that sounds dope. That sounds really cool, Bunny. So exciting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting an itch to like take a break from my book, but I keep telling myself, I'm like, get through draft 2, finish draft 2, and then while it's with beta readers, then you can, I want to do some of the graphic stuff, which I've already started kind of fiddling with a cover just for fun in like the late hours of night. You know, I like do that for fun. It probably will not end up being my cover, but it's just kind of fun to like fiddle with. But I want to do the graphics and I want to fiddle with another project. Yeah, for fun, for sure. I need to dabble in something else, another world for a little bit. Ian said, I do enjoy longer sprints. I contacted a new copy editor. I secured she'll be doing every book. Oh, that is exciting. That's huge. Yes, congrats to Bumblebear. I know the chat is, we have some great things happening tonight in the chat. Awesome to hear. Also, I love seeing the support, Alex. You're always so supportive. It's so sweet to see. Rachel Catherine says, I worked on some other freelance work for the majority of that sprint that I joined, but I'll share my line I worked on last. Okay, last line. Do you love me? He asked. Eloise, do you love me? Of course I do, I answered. You have me, and that's all that should matter, right? He asked. It's not enough. Oh, dagger to the heart. Brutal. Brutal. No worries, Bree. That's so funny. But yeah, no worries at all. Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn got 449 words on a choose your own adventure book with animals trying to go to dinner at their friend's house. That sounds super fun, Carolyn. I remember I read choose your own adventure books when I was younger, and they were always so cool. I always thought that was such a neat concept. Do you guys want to do a quick, couple of questions, couple of trivia questions before we go into the next sprint? We can just do like a couple. And let me see. I'm going to pull up. I'm just curious. Okay. I don't know why they're abbreviated the way they are, but anyways. Okay. I'm going to slide this over here for 2 seconds because I looked up the categories because I don't have the card that tells me like what the categories are. So anyways, okay, I'm glad you guys are down. Oh, nice, Bree. Bree said, I did set up ads manager and emotes as well as channel point redeems. Now I got to add bots. Exciting. Yeah, Twitch is kind of a monster in that way. It's really cool, but a lot of work to set up for sure. Okay, so the first, yes, trivia. Okay, and we'll probably only get a couple questions in, but we'll do what we can. So the first question is in the geography category. This is Canadian. Ian, where you at? What two Canadian provinces are straddled by Palliser's Triangle? What two Canadian provinces are straddled by Palliser's Triangle? I would never know either. Yeah, I have no clue. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome in. So good to see you. Canada and Canada. Here, I'm going to tell you guys this one because then we'll go to the next question. Yes, this is the young people edition. This is why I was like, I looked at it in the store before I bought it and I was like, I think this will be challenging enough. Oh my gosh. I know it does kind of sound made up, doesn't it? But okay, the answer is Alberta and Saskatchewan. Which I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to give it away, but I was like, man, if anybody spells Saskatchewan correctly, like they're gonna get a guitar celebration. Oh, you were close, Lizzie. Saskatchewan and Manitoba. You got one of the two. That's pretty cool. And let's see if you spelled Saskatchewan right. I'm just curious. Saskatchewan. I think you did. Yeah, I mean, it's just cool to say, right? All right, and we're going to do one more real quick before we go spin again, but then we're going right to the wheel because I really want to try to stay on top of my breaks, Okay, the next category is entertainment. Okay, entertainment. What super spy is the hero of the movies Thunderball, and The Man with the Golden Gun? I'll repeat it again. What super spy is the hero of the movies Thunderball and The Man with the Golden Gun? Yeah. I've never even been to Canada. I have no idea what that's really referring to. All I'm picturing when it says the something triangle is like the, the triangle that's like, what's the triangle where all the bad stuff happens? You guys know what I'm talking about. Bermuda Triangle. That's all I'm picturing. I know. Guitars for Lizzie. That's great. Yeah, she deserved it. James Bond. Yes, James Bond. Good job, guys. Nope, James Bond. But Bermuda Triangle, yeah. Semi-arid steppe. Oh, interesting. Okay, Walter. You are not hosting trivia right now. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to lock this card away for later. We'll continue it on our next break. But for now, we're going to get over to our wheel. I know that felt like a really short break, but 7 minutes flies by, and I do want to try to keep us productive because I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Your girl has some chapters to get through. Let me see. Where did I put my... This is so weird. Oh, I moved the whole thing over. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I just moved one window. Gotcha. Ooh, I just heard some thunder outside. I think it's thundering. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Make sure. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had everything turned off. Okay. Y'all know the drill. Take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and I'll fetch you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Alter. This is not... You are not hosting right now. I need you to... Yeah. Skedaddle over here. All right. 5, 4... 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay. Somebody somewhere wants us to work tonight. We will make it happen. Walt, do it again, and I'm gonna put... He just walked in front of me and like stood on his tiptoes like he's doing it on purpose. Okay. 40, let's see. Rachel got it. Awesome job, Rachel. Let me grab you a trophy. Nice. Very nicely done, Rachel. Okay. Look at all these stars for Rachel. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Rachel. And yes, he does. He demands the attention of his public. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that being said, I have 40 minutes queued up on the screen. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I will check back in with you in 40 minutes. Here we go. we're back. I'm going to talk just a hair quieter than normal because if you can't tell, I've got a sleepy... Oh, did you wake up? I've got a sleepy baby boy here. I know. He was literally like, I don't know if snoring is the word, but he was kind of like making these little sounds as he was sleeping. It was really cute. Anyways. Yeah, he's a baby. That's my little baby boy, you know. I just love him. And he's content. He's been trying to find a spot to sit in my arms that wasn't gonna like throw me off, you know, the whole time. So oh my gosh, Margot, you are flying, girl. So I am at 27 now. Which I do think originally I wasn't gonna. Oh, now you're awake. Okay, big stretch. Originally I was gonna stop at 27, but then I was kind of doing the math. Are you really gonna plant yourself right in front of me? Can we scoot you just a smidgen? I know you're waking up, poor baby. Here, come down in your chair. In your chair. You love your chair. But anyways, I was gonna stop at 27, but then I was doing the math and I'm trying to do like 7 chapters a day, and I was like, I think I need to go through 27. I think I need to stop at 28. So I think I'm gonna power through and do another one. Let me set our timer. And I say power through, but really it's not that much of a power through because it's a really good book. I'm like hooked, you know. Let me turn the alert off. Let's do, that was a 40 minutes. We can do another 7-minute break. That way maybe we can fit in some trivia alongside our check-ins. Let me also give us another treasure chest up here. Also, crazy thing, this is like a total side note, but just as I was doing the treasure chest, it reminded me earlier today, I was looking at the calendar. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but like, we're almost already towards the end of June. At the end of July, I'm going to set up and send out the info and spreadsheets, like the sign up sheets and everything for the Writers Coven, which like, it's crazy to me that I'm going to be set, because that's when I sent it out last time. So that way everyone has 2 months to kind of like figure out if they want to participate, and if they want to participate, what they want to do, if they want to do it with friends or whatever. And I was like, dude, it's crazy how time flies, because I feel like we just did the Writers Coven. Let me see how you guys did. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Thank you guys for saying such nice stuff about him and being so patient with him. Because, yeah, he's just a mama's boy, you know? Listen, coloring can be so relaxing. So I'm actually glad you did that, Bumblebear. I feel like that's, you know, we count that as self-care. I feel like made it home and watering the plants. Nice. And Miley, I'm so glad to hear that your audition went well. I figured it would, but it's so nice to hear. Bree said, been writing more Japanese poems, got about 2 in. Nice, Bree. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yep. It's coming up fast. So, Natalie! Hi, Natalie! Hey, girl! So good to see you. No worries at all. We're just chilling. We'll do at least one more sprint, so we'll be here a minute if you feel like being productive and doing some writing. I don't know. We're also going to do some trivia, so if you just want to hang and do trivia, that's fine too. How would we be any other way? Listen, you know, sometimes when it's not your pet, you know, it could get annoying, so I appreciate that you guys are patient with him. JK said, well, the only thing I got done this sprint was to find a spider heading. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I hope you were able to take care of it. Bumblebear said, I'm going to head out now. I'm spending some time with family, but it was nice chilling with you guys. It was so nice having you here, Bumblebear. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Day. Welcome in. No worries. We've still got at least one more sprint to go. I've got at least one more chapter to get. Well, one more chapter that I have to get through. So I need at least one more sprint. You listen, you are productive, Natalie. You and Taylor both pretend like, oh, we're not productive. You guys are pretty productive. You just play it off like you're not, but you are. JK said 2 spiders I've seen in 1 week when at work. Oh my gosh. Yes. You know, Natalie, I actually have an entire batch of Disney trivia cards, but I'm waiting. I want to do a Disney trivia night. I keep meaning I need to do that at some point. But yeah, these are just going to be regular. These are the young player edition trivia cards, so they're not too intense, but Alex made a picture of Copycat Vanilla Sweet Cream. It's basically like the one. Ooh, very nice. That sounds great, Alex. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Hells yeah. Natalie, if I do that, you can absolutely, like, when I do that, you can absolutely co-host. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I want to do it at some point for sure. I feel like kind of silly doing it because it has nothing to do with writing, but I'm like, I feel like storytelling, Disney is still storytelling, you know? So I feel like it kind of counts. But yes, you can 10,000%. I wouldn't even dream of hosting that without asking you to co-host, like, with me, for sure. But yeah, I've got a whole stack of cards. They're about this size, too, of Disney trivia. It'll be fun. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a couple questions, and then we will spin the wheel and get into another sprint. Let me pop up these categories again. Oh, wrong tab. Okay. So this category is history. Okay, history. What kind of power? Now, I don't know how this is history, but the key here says it's history. All right, so just bear with me, but that doesn't seem right. Okay. What kind of power turns a turbine in a generating plant? What kind of power turns a turbine in a generating plant? I am embarrassed that this is the young players edition, and I would not know a lot of these. My thoughts exactly, Natalie. I feel like part of this one, though, it is partly the way it's phrased. Like, I think I would get it if it was phrased differently, but we got some interesting options. Steam, water, wind, water, wind, energy, combustion. Interesting answers. So the correct answer, friends, is water power. Water power. Now, this next one I think might be more up our alley. Okay, so everybody get ready. This one supposedly is art and literature. Okay, why, according to legend, couldn't Dracula adjust his tie in a mirror? Again, why, according to legend, couldn't Dracula adjust his tie in a mirror? I'm going to give you guys a minute to answer before I confirm or deny. Yep, no reflection. You guys got it. You guys got that one. Good job, guys. We got 20 seconds. You want to do one more? Let's see if we can fit it in. So this category is science and nature. Science and nature. Here we go. Oh, very cool, Beth. That's actually kind of dope. Okay. A funnish tidbit is that mirrors were backed by silver, which I believe that is true. That is a really cool fact, Alex. Thank you for sharing that. That's actually, I did not think about that. Very cool. Listen, the more you know. Okay. Last question, and then we're going to the wheel. Were prehistoric horses larger or smaller than those living today? I'll repeat it again. Were prehistoric horses larger or smaller than those living today? I'll be curious to see everyone's answers on this one. Now, you know, you've got a 50-50 shot. Your odds are pretty solid here. Okay, smaller. I mean, who's to say? Do you trust the written word? You know, do you trust the records or not? I don't know. Smaller, both. Oh, Bree went the other way, went larger. So the correct answer, I know. Listen, we have no first-hand accounts, I'm sure, but yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely don't because it's prehistoric. But the correct answer is smaller, according to the game card. Smaller. All right, now let's go ahead. I'm going to keep this here because I have one more question on this card, and it kills me to save it for the next break, but I'm going to do it because I got to stay on top of things. Oh, that's a good point, Miley. Miley says, but I have seen the fossils. That's a really good point. I forget about that. Okay, let's pop on over to the wheel here. All right. Y'all know the drill. Take about 5 seconds to guess which increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and then I'll fetch you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Okay, I just have to say, I'm going to pull the wheel back up again, but this is just so funny. Missouri don't have much, but we got fossil dig sites. You got me there. And then Jen, I was there when dinos roamed the earth. This is so, you guys are so funny in the chat. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Another 40. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, nobody got that one exactly. Beth was close. Beth was close. We had a few people wanting Doom. That's interesting. Margot said running to dinner with a friend, so we'll miss the rest, I think. But Evelyn, now you have a chance. That's true. That's true. Now I have a chance to catch up. I highly doubt that I'll clear 10 chapters in 40 minutes, but you know what? I'll shoot my shot. Thanks for hanging, Margot. I hope you have a nice dinner. I could just be hiding my immortality. Maybe Beth and I have better. Listen, anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right. But 40 minutes coming right up. I don't even think I need to redo my... No, I do. I forgot I set a break timer. All right. Whew. Okay, perfect. I know. Yeah, I know. I kept the traditional wheel for now. We may go back to the higher stakes wheels later. We will, but I like to keep those as more like special edition tings, you know? No worries. I know you guys have to type quickly, Jen. All right. Okay, well, that being said, I have a 40-minute sprint all queued up. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I will check back in with you in 40 minutes. Here we go. Okay, and just like that, we are back. I got through the chapter that I wanted to get through, so I'm up to chapter 29, no, 28 now. So that's where I wanted to be. So I feel pretty good about stopping there for tonight. I'm glad I got through all of that. And then I just opened my, dev edits that I'm going through. Dev edit points, I should say, that I'm going through briefly at the end there. Ooh, goodness gracious. Good golly, Miss Molly. Okay, let me... put our little treasure chest up there. Okay. Bree said, okay, got out a longer poem trying to make these damn characters legible. That's nice that you got a longer poem done. That's awesome. That's great work, Bree. Miley ate dinner and watched the last D20 campaign. Nice. Oh, very nice, JK. JK's getting ready to eat dinner. I actually recently looked up Dungeons and Dragons, like the dice that are used for this, Miley, because I was thinking about naming. I have this like tavern basically at my academy in my book, and I was considering naming it D3, short for Duels, Drinks, and Daggers. I thought it would be kind of a cool like tribute to I always loved the show Charmed growing up, and they had a club together called P3, and I was like, oh, D3, that'd be so cool. And then I was like, I wonder if this is a die for Dungeons and Dragons, and I had to look it up, and it looks like it's like not used a lot, but yes, there is a D3 die, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So fun fact. But anyways, but that's cool that you got to catch up on that, Miley. Ian didn't do too much. It's right. I got to see him. Same. Not gonna lie. Bunny is almost done with their second chapter. That's awesome, Bunny. Yeah, I had no clue. I mean, obviously, I need to learn more about the Dungeons and Dragons, like, lore, but I feel like it runs deep, and I don't know if I have it in me to take that on right now, but I definitely do eventually want to learn more about it. Yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of neat. But I've never really played D&D, so like I don't know. But I was going to call it D3 more because it relates to stuff in my story. It just like happens to parallel with the D&D dice. So to be fair, I've been productively vibing with this chat. I have been too. I feel like it's been a good night, actually. A lot of us have been pretty productive. But yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, man, I really need to keep chipping away at this, but I don't think I have it in me tonight. Like, I just opened this up and I looked at like one bullet point for 2 seconds, made one change, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I just don't have the mental capacity to like keep chipping away at it, I feel like. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they were. I feel like we had some good sprints tonight between the hour and the 240s. That worked really well for me. I don't know why, but it was kind of nice. Like I said, I really want to do a lockdown stream sometime soon too, or a lock-in, sorry, not lockdown, a lock-in stream where we do like a totally silent stream where we just talk in the chat with no breaks. I just think it'd be something interesting to try. But I don't know when I'll get around to kind of designing that or whatever. Yes. Oh yeah. I'm just glad I'm keeping up with my beta reading. That's my number one priority in the writing sphere right now, is to keep up with my beta read. So, yeah, I like the longer ones too. Thank you for this, Miley, by the way. Thank you for the pat on the back. It's much appreciated. Is a virtual die. The 5 physical dice are based on the platonic solids. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I just think it'd be fun to try, I'm glad you like the idea, Miley. Yeah, I pitched it was it last Thursday I first pitched it? But yeah, it was received pretty well. So I do think I want to do that at some point. Okay. So I think housekeeping really quick. I really don't have much. The only thing is, like I said, and this isn't even really pertinent right now, but like I said, I'm going to send out the info and signups for the Writers Coven Streamathon again at the end of next month. So that's my next kind of like big thing coming up. I am really getting the itch to do a character stream or some sort of special edition. But I'm not going to lie, right now, between beta reading, writing, and then taking my classes, my summer classes, which are condensed, like they're on a much shorter time frame than my normal classes, I'm feeling pretty maxed out. So we'll see when I get to that. I know you guys have never applied any pressure, but I am getting the itch. I really want to like do another creative special edition stream. I may have to just break out the storyboard again or something, you know. I miss the storyboard, so I may have to just pull that out. We'll see. But otherwise, as of right now, the only confirmed like big thing will be the Writers Coven. The signups will go out in about a month. Otherwise, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And be brave, be a light. Remember that you're so loved. And I will see you guys around the internet. Bye, guys.